It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to Football Friday. And man, have we got some football to cover and a whole lot more. We come to you each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website, obnradio.com. And, of course, our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. As we mentioned, it's Football Friday. A lot to talk about with the signings to add to the early signings on this past week. And probably the football news of the week is North Carolina A&T making the announcement scheduled to be released today officially that they'll be leaving the MEAC and heading to the Big South. We'll talk about that a little bit later on throughout the show, but we're first going to take a break and we'll come right back with today's show.
Are you one of the many Americans that deal with the effects of diabetes? Diva Skin Conditioner could be the remedy that you need. Diva Skin Conditioner is a formulation that was designed with you in mind. Diva Skin Conditioner comes with a money-back guarantee. That's how confident they are in their product. For more information, visit divafeet.com. That's D-I-V-A-H, feet.com. Or you can speak with a representative by dialing 903-270-0026.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we have told you, today is going to be an extended version of the Mike Prince Show. We do come to you each and every day. We got so much on the table. Big weekend in basketball. Prairie View A&M University will be hosting Texas Southern Tigers. We're going to hear from Coach Sandy Pugh as we were able to catch up with her leading into this week's contest. How it's still going to be a tall order for the Panthers to find a way to defeat Texas Southern despite the infractions laid upon them by the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We're going to hear from Rob Butler with the Southland Conference signing report. We'll hear from Terry Coleman with the Mississippi Valley signing report. As I said, it's a lot to deal with right now. But before we get into all of that, softball kicks off this weekend. The Panthers will be at McNeese for the Cowgirl Classic beginning today. Panthers will be taking on Pine Bluff, Arkansas. First pitch is scheduled for 12 noon. Panthers will then take on North Texas at 2 p.m. Saturday, the Panthers will take on Ball State at 1 p.m. and then come back and play the host school McNeese at 5 p.m. Sunday's action will find the Panthers with an early morning start, 11 a.m., taking on UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio. So softball kicking off this weekend, baseball kicking off next weekend. We'll give you the updates and scores as we get them right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network on our Twitter handle at The Mike Prince Show. As mentioned, a lot going on. We're just getting started. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of The Mike Prince Show.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
And welcome back to the Football Friday edition of the Mike Prince Show. We're going to get to that very, very soon. But it's so much on the table right now. As we heard in our last segment, softball kicking off this weekend for the Panthers at McNeese in the Cowgirl Classic Tournament. Basketball on the home front. Prairie View hosting Texas Southern this Saturday beginning at 3 p.m. on the women's side and approximately 5:30 p.m. from the men's side. We were able to catch up with Coach Sandy Pugh by way of the phone lines. We'll now transition over to that, and we'll be back with even more of the Mike Prince Show right here on your Football Friday from the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Came off a road split in Alabama. Real good on Saturday. Came in. They say Mondays are tough. Give us a recap.
I thought we were well prepared. Went into the weekend, followed Alabama State through. They've had their struggles with injuries as of late. We always find a way to get them up and ready to go, and they were ready for us. We were able to pull away from them down the stretch from our guard core. And kids off the bench came into the game and really contributed for us. Excited about that win. And anytime you can win at Alabama State on the road, that's pretty good. Hard to do over there. Great atmosphere. Went into Monday's game, we felt that, we just need to guard. Do a good job guarding and rebounding. And we had our struggles. Jumped out on them early. I think it was something like 8 to 12 to 4. We're in that neighborhood, and I thought we kind of let our guards down a little bit. Kind of took the off the pedal and relaxed on defense. Do a good job of rebounding. They got their confidence up, and they were able to get the win. I was really disappointed in that loss. I thought the kids didn't perform at our best. I think they're much aware of that also after yesterday's practice. Everybody pretty much owned it. And we got a big one Saturday. So we're looking forward to getting back to in the winning column. We were at one point, we'd won 4 out of our last 5 games or somewhere in that neighborhood. And this was a really disappointing blow on Monday for us. And we're just looking forward to getting back on track. And we have a very good Texas Southern team coming in on Saturday.
Absolutely. A good Texas Southern team that had of a black eye, not only for the program, but for the conference. They and Alabama State got into a scrum. I'm not going to ask you about that because I don't want you to have to pay a fine or anything of that nature. But as a result, with 12 suspensions, 5 players from each side, 2 trainers from Alabama State, in addition, $5,000 per university. That being said, we know the importance of this weekend's matchup against Texas Southern. Hate to see that happen. You know that they're still going to come prepared to play even harder for Saturday's contest, knowing what they're up against. What are you telling your squad as they make this preparation for this weekend?
Preparing for Texas Southern. Preparing for players that she'll have on the court and preparing for what they run. So our preparation doesn't change. In fact, it ramps up because this is a very important game for them. They're trying to stay in line for the championship, and it's an extremely important one for us because we're vying for that first round game at home. We're trying to get back in line with what our goals are. They have some very good kids in backup and also left on the starting core. Will be here coming for Southern, so they won't miss a beat, and we have to pick ours back up. So I'm just looking forward to getting out there and getting going again. And this time of the year, it's just practice, play, practice, play, practice, play. It's never you get into a rhythm. So I felt like we kind of dropped the ball a little bit on Monday in terms of our rhythm. What my little point guard said that coach, we just do a good job defensively or rebounding at all, did we? And I was like, no, baby, we didn't. And she was like, we're going to do better this weekend. We're looking forward to this game, Coach. I heard so much about it. So 5th-year grad student. This is our first time playing the team on the PVM campus. And she's so excited about playing against them there and atmosphere that can create. So we're really excited about it, and I think it's going to come out on fire, and we'll come away with that win.
Talking right now with Coach Sandy Pugh of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, making preparation for Texas Southern this weekend. Currently, the Panthers sit in the number 6 spot with a 4-5 record. One game behind Alabama, A&M, and Alcorn State. The importance of this game can loom large because you'll be right back in that thicket of capturing that number 4 spot, which is the goal right now. We do want to win, but if you can host that first round, as you alluded to earlier, would be extremely important. Health-wise, Coach, scale of 1 to 10, what was your team?
You know, we had some knocks and bruises with a couple of the kids, but I'd say at least a 9. I think we're fine. You know, a little hamstring here or there, or ankle, you know, little finger jam there, but beyond that, we're good. You know, the training staff has really done an outstanding job for us in terms of keeping the kids in prime condition. You know, the guy we have, Alvarez, you know, he does the yoga for the kids. I think all of that is big. You know, when I played, they didn't have yoga. I don't even remember having a trainer when I played, but but it's just amazing what they're able to do, and you know, and get these kids to keep them out there and keep them going, because this is a tough and sort of game.
Coach, are you partaking in some of the yoga exercises?
So they ask me, they you know, they come join us, but no, I you know, my idea of yoga and stretching is extended stay laying down, watching game tape or something. But
well, you not only that, Coach, but in my case, I might not be able to get out of the positions once I get locked up.
that is so true,
You know, I'm going to watch from afar. Y'all looking great. You look good, man, and I'm going to take your word for it. That is all what it is. So I trust me. I understand, Coach. You didn't say it, but I said it for you. How's that?
Amen.
Talking again right now with Coach Sandy Pugh. Let's say yoga-free Sandy Pugh. As the Panthers get ready for Texas Southern this weekend, another huge game on the table. Panthers are still within striking distance. Coach, I know you got them lined up, a slow start, but you made up some tremendous ground from whence you started, and there's nowhere but up from here. As we get ready to shut down this segment, I know you're a busy woman getting ready for this battle on Saturday. You got any thoughts and comments you want to share with us?
Well, you know, I'm just looking forward to the game. I know the fans are going to come out. It's going to be lively in that facility, and we're excited about it. The kids are, you know, pumped. The band's going to be there, and you know, I just hope it's going to be an epic battle. You know, in terms of energy in the building, and then the outcome for Panthers. So I'm looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the Macedonia Choir. We need some synergy. Baby Dome on Saturday night, beginning at 3 p.m. I said Saturday night, but it begins at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, leading into the night. The Panthers in position, trying to get back to 500 under Coach Sandy Pugh and company. Be sure to make sure you're there to support Panthers basketball this coming weekend.
And once again, we want to thank Coach Sandy Pugh. Remember to come out, support the Panthers this weekend at the Baby Dome. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with more of today's show.
Let's face it, from time to time, we'll have a need for an attorney, whether it's the case of a DUI, DWI, or any other circumstances that would find you on the other side of the law. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street, is the one to call. Attorney Lee Van Richardson and his staff are equipped to help you get through your legal battles. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, 979-826-8008 in Hempstead, Texas.
We'd like to recognize one of our newest partners here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, located at their latest location at 2038 Mills Road in Waller, Texas. They have 13 locations to better serve you. Katy, Richmond, Brenham, Bryan, College Station, and of course, Waller, Texas, to better serve you and the community where there is strength in numbers. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union. Well, as we mentioned, we're going to get right into it. We got some football signing report updates. We're going to first transition over to the Southland and hear from correspondent Rob Butler, who does an outstanding job for us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. He's going to bring you up to speed on the latest and the greatest that's happening from the Southland Conference, followed by Terry Coleman, who will give you the latest and the greatest from Mississippi Valley.
This is Rob Butler with your weekly Southland Report. National Signing Day. Abilene Christian, they signed 5 mid-year transfers and 11 high school recruits. That's their late signing period class announced Wednesday by head coach Adam Durrell. 17 student athletes signed on to become Wildcats in December, and less than 2 months later, Durrell and his coaching staff received 16 additional commitments, including former FBS Power 5 talents Peyton Mansell, quarterback Jordan Pop, defensive end Truett Knox, offensive lineman, and Dax Neese, wide receiver. He's from Texas Tech. These 4 student athletes, in addition to safety Cameron Stokes of Arlington Grace Prep, have been working with the team since their arrivals last month, and they're currently enrolled in classes. The remaining signees and walk-ons will make their debuts when fall camp starts in August. Central Arkansas added 23 new football players Wednesday, the first day of the NCAA signing period. Nathan Brown and his staff added 8 mid-year transfers along with 15 high school players. The breakdown by state, it includes 8 from Arkansas, 5 from Texas and Mississippi, 2 from Florida, and 1 each from Alabama, Tennessee, and Colorado. Couldn't get much on Houston Baptist. Head coach Vic Shealy will announce Wednesday's addition to the program, as well as recap the 17 signees from the early signing period in December. Lamar signed 21 players to national letters of intent, and they added 4 JUCOs. That was announced at a press conference Wednesday by Blaine Morgan, with the addition of Jacavian Wilson, who inked his name with the Cardinals during the early signing period. The total signing class stands at 26. McNeese, with the remaining scholarships, Frank Wilson will look for some high school prospects, but he will look heavily at JUCO and 4-year transfers. As far as the players that signed in December before he got to McNeese, Wilson said he's welcomed them all. They're sticking with the Cowboys. McNeese has offered a kicker, and they hope that's someone they can find at least to be the place kicker this fall. The coaching staff wants to take some of the workload away from Bailey Rayburn, who ended last season as McNeese's kicker, punter, and kickoff specialist. Northwestern State, the gem of this class is receiver Marquise Bridges. He helped Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College to the national championship. He had 43 catches for 782 yards and 6 touchdowns. Northwestern State, that Marquise Bridges, they're really excited about him. Brad Smiley thinks he's going to be penciled in as a starter this spring as a wide receiver. Nicholls State, coming off back-to-back Southland Conference titles. Tim Rabeau introduced Wednesday afternoon 26 signees to complete the class of 2020. He signed 7 in the early period in December, and he added 19 on National Signing Day. 24 of the signees are natives of South Louisiana. Nicholls has had the most Louisiana student-athletes in Division I football over the past few years. 3 of the signees are from Mississippi, while 1 is a native of Florida. Southeast Louisiana, 9 football players, student-athletes, have committed to Southeastern Louisiana. Line head coach Frank Selfo announced this on Wednesday. Southeastern opened the recruiting season by inking 16 in December, and Wednesday's additions bring the class total to 25. Incarnate Word, they added 11. Eric Morris announced this. These 11 signees joined the 9 who signed in December, and that brings that class total to 20. December signees, Chris Balling, Elliot Davison, Blaine Hoover, just to name a few. 19 of the 20 signees are from Texas. 1 is from Louisiana. The class includes 6 transfers and 14 incoming freshmen. Sam Houston State, it was a busy day for KC Keeler. They added a dozen more players. That's a total of 18 new additions to the 2020 roster. Sam Houston had inked 5 prep stars and welcomed 1 transfer to campus during December's early signing day, but Keeler and his staff have been hard at work at week since, and they finished off a recruiting push on a high note with 12 more names of the 13 high school signees, all hail from Texas, as do 2 of the 5 transfers. SFA, 13 players signed. The 2 best players of this class, to me, that stand out are defensive tackle Caleb Fox. He's 6'3", 300 pounds from the Woodlands. He was a 79th ranked prospect in Texas, according to Max Prep. He had offers from Abilene Christian, Lamar, Houston Baptist, and it was rumored that Baylor was going to sign him too. So that's pretty amazing that SFA was able to sign him. Another one is wide receiver Ty Love. He's 6'2", 190 pounds. He's from Yoakum, Texas, Yoakum High School. He received interest from Arkansas, TCU, and Texas, and he signed with SFA. This is Rob Butler with your weekly Southland Report.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
This is going to say signees. The Padra, Coleman, wide receiver, East Central Mississippi Community College, up to Peta, Mississippi. Jeremy, Mason, Lindsay, defensive back, Gulfport High School, Gulfport, Mississippi. Bear Robson Jr., wide receiver, Coxville High School, Concord, North Carolina. Anthony Blakely, defensive back, East Central Community College, McLean, Mississippi. Orlando Fernandez, kicker and punter, Cisco Community College out of Texas, San Antonio, Texas. Taylor Payne, offensive lineman, Tyler Community College, Alexandria, Louisiana. Kenneth Martin, defensive back, Itawamba Community College, Columbus, Mississippi. Ronnie Thompson, defensive lineman, East Central Community College, Clinton, Mississippi. Dontavius Porter, tight end, Jones College, Heidelberg, Mississippi. Demario Nichols, High Community College, Pearl, Mississippi. Fred McGee, defensive back, East Central Community College, McLean, Mississippi. Haran Washington, running back, Itawamba Community College, Oxford, Mississippi. Champ Rigsby, linebacker, Jones College, Vicksburg, Mississippi. Fred Barnum, quarterback, Jones College, Warren Central, Mississippi. Jackery Rankin, wide receiver, Jones College, Fort Gibson, Mississippi. Chase Alexander, assistant back, Central High School, Phoenix City, Alabama. Quincy Ivor, quarterback, 6'4", 220 pounds from Houston, Texas. Jalen Fox, linebacker, Chris, County High School from Cordell, Georgia.
And we thank both Rob Butler and Terry Coleman for those reports. I told you we got a lot going on today. We've even got a JUCO report for you from 33 miles west up the road at Brenham, Texas. Blinn Buccaneers signed 33 ball players, including Kansas State quarterback transfer Chris Herron. Stay tuned. We still got to talk about North Carolina A&T when we return.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Listen to the Mike Prince Show weekdays on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Reach more potential customers through our sports radio package by dialing 832-213-8824.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show, Football Friday edition. A lot that has been covered thus far, and we still got a little bit ways to go. I want to remind you, our basketball coverage tonight for our local high schools. Hempstead will be tipping off at 6:30. Edwin Godfrey Jr. on the call there for the Hempstead Bobcats broadcast. That number to dial is 605-562-0440. ID code 46493. The Waller Bulldogs will be hosting Katy Paetow. Yours truly will be on that call, and you can dial in at 857-777-0000 to listen to those games live. Our final thoughts, I guess, for today would be the latest and the greatest coming from North Carolina A&T. It is supposed to be announced sometime today that North Carolina A&T will make it official that they will be joining Hampton, who now resides in the Big South. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, I let out a tweet this morning on a story that is associated to this. They did a 3-month study, and there were 3 conferences involved on the potential fit for North Carolina A&T. And as a result, they decided to join forces with the old MEAC partners, Hampton in the Big South. Now, there's always a cause and effect for everything that's done. Some people would applaud it, some people would question it, and some people are just going to downright not like it. So what it does for those who are left behind, what volumes would it speak to the MEAC conference? Who would then take that top dog seed on the football side of things? Will it be FAMU? FAMU had a strong signing this past week. They've had a couple of solid years under head football coach Willie Shotgun Simmons. Will they take the mantle right now and say, we're the chief dog? According to some that follow FAMU, they already said they had taken that by beating North Carolina A&T head up. What does that say to the conference? Not just the MEAC, but the SWAC as well. When it comes to retaining the membership, what could be done to make the pot sweeter? And when I say making the pot sweeter, I'm not just speaking on the financial side, but the emotional side and the overall experience. What can be done, if anything? What standards could you in-house make adjustments on to help maintain those who remain and possibly even lure others to come across? Very interesting to see how that's going to hold out. We're going to do what we can to try to get some representation from North Carolina A&T to come and be a part with us on the show so we can hear some of the rationale behind the decisions that were made. Before I go nilly-willy from emotions, I want to be able to wade through the waters, if you would, and sort out exactly how they came to the conclusion of joining forces with the Big South. It is a shocker in the world of HBCU sports. This will all take place in the 21-22 season. So they'll still remain with the MEAC heading into the 2020 season. And they still have a big matchup against North Dakota State to open up the 2020 season. So this could be the last hoorah for North Carolina A&T as we know it. Just an update and a reminder about the athletic director search for Prairie View A&M University. I had not forgotten you. I've heard your inquiries, and we've been doing our due diligence to try to find out who's the search firm to help lead the charge. Sources have been revealing that a decision has been made. We've reached out to the administrative team, to the office of Dr. Tim Sams, to find out who exactly that will be. As soon as we get word, we'll pass the information right along. And speaking of passing right along, my time is very much far spent, and I'm going to exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget, huge weekend on the campus of Prairie View A&M University as the Panthers will be hosting the Tigers. Hold that Tiger so the Panthers can get a win. Don't forget to join us 10 a.m. Saturday morning for the Carlos Brown Show, 9 p.m. Sunday night for the Mike Prince Show live. I've got to go, but until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.